All right, lads. So, UFC this weekend, and going to run through the bets that I've got for this card. Not going to go through every fight. Just going to talk about the ones I have money on. So, first one I'm going to have some money on is Sumiderji versus Jesus Aguilar. So we got Sumiderji. He's going to be the much taller fighter. He's got a long reach, very nice striking. I like his kicks. He's able to maintain range with these. He's got a good straight backhand punch. Jesus Aguilar, he's a little Mexican midget, but he's tough. He's going to have a big reach disadvantage in this matchup. He's a good grappler. Look at his record. He's got a lot of subs, heaps of guillotines. That's his best submission. But the guillotine, he's getting these subs when guys are trying to take him down. And I don't think his wrestling is the best. So I'm leaning with Sumiderji in this one. I think Sumiderji is probably going to win a decision, outstriking him from long range and defending the takedowns. So I'm taking Sumiderji round three or decision at 2.5 odds. This is on Sportsbet. I'm taking the round three in decision just in case he gets a late KO. I think Jesus is very tough, though, but he could get a late KO just from like an accumulation of damage. Maybe if he gets a cut or something. Um, so yeah, if Jesus is going to win this fight, I think it's going to be by finish. He does have good submissions, like I said. Sumidoji has shown a weakness there. So I'm going to take Aguilar decision no bet as well. So it's like a finish only bet. It's 2.25 odds. So doing that sort of like a hedge. So if Jesus gets a finish, I'll cash that one. But most likely scenario, Sumidoji to win on points, and then I'll get a refund on that bet. So yeah, for this one, I got Sumidoji round three or decision and Aguilar finish only. And then I've got Sumidoji in a parlay with Dante later on in the card. I got that one early. The odds were 1.74 at the time, but now they're pretty shit because everyone's on Dante. Moving on, we got this Mongolian Tuma Dumbarel versus Cody Durden. Cody Durden, I think he's got the better skills, but I think the Mongolian's got more finishing potential in this matchup. Cody's been finished in his last few fights. It looks like his chin's kind of gone a bit, and he just seems to be getting caught in these submissions a lot of the time too. So if you look at Joshua Van, that's pretty impressive that Van didn't finish him. So I think the Mongolian's got potential to lose minutes in this fight, though. I do think Cody's probably got the better skills. He's got the better wrestling, Cody. He could take him down and win minutes there. And I think Cody's boxing is pretty sharp. But I think, yeah, the Mongolian, he's got more power, and I could see him just like dropping him or getting a sub as Cody shoots for a takedown. So I like the Mongolian by finish only. So if it goes to decision, you get a refund. It's 1.64 odds. This Mongolian looks really tough to me. I don't think Cody Durden's going to finish him. So that's why I'm playing for this one. Uh, Toonman Dumbarell finish only, and it's 1.64 odds on Ladbrokes for that one. Montez Tercios. I was considering Montez, but the thing I don't like is he's pretty low volume in the striking. Maybe Ricky could just make this a boring fight and sort of outstriking him from long range. I want to see the weigh-ins. I think if Montez looks way more physical than Tercios, I may bet him. But I've got no bet at the moment. Dante Johnson versus Cody Brundage. I'm taking Dante Johnson by KO and under 1.5 rounds. It's 2.1 odds on Bet365. Just a small bet on that one. And I've got as my main bet for this whole card, I'm doing Dante under 2.5 rounds. And I'm putting that with a fight later that I'll talk about, the RDR fight. Um, so yeah, I think someone's going to get finished in this fight probably in the first two rounds. Dante's got crazy power. Cody Brundage, He's a kill or kill fighter. Um, he's got a lot of these DQs on his record too. Um, so he's good at that, getting his opponents disqualified. But I mean, look at this record; it's pretty insane. He's just been either finishing guys or getting finished in the first two rounds, heaps of times. And I think Dante, if he lands clean on him, he's going to put him out. Dante, he's very powerful, but he is pretty green. So the risk is, maybe Cody Brundage can get his wrestling going and get an upset. But I think most likely Dante's going to get a finish, which is not a hot take. Everyone's on Dante. Um, Moving on, Cody Garbrandt versus Long Zhao. I think this bet might surprise some people. So when I'm looking at this matchup, Cody Garbrandt, he's been looking pretty good in the first round, but he's very low volume nowadays. He does look still to have good speed, and I think his power is still going to be there. Um, this Long Zhao, he just comes forward and really goes for it. He throws a lot of combinations, but he's defensively very open. He's got a good chin though. But I like this fight to end by KO. I think Cody Garbrandt, he's going to be able to catch Long Zhao as Long Zhao is pressing forward. And I don't see much wrestling in this fight. Both guys like to strike. Cody's got really good takedown defense. So if anyone wants to wrestle, maybe Cody. But I see these guys most likely striking. And I think Cody could get a KO because Long Zhao is very hittable. Or Long Zhao is just going to swarm Cody, and his volume and pressure could get to him. And I think he could get a KO too. So yeah, I like this fight to end by KO. It's 2.9 odds. So it's pretty wide odds. And that's on Sportsbet. So yeah, a bit of a long shot there, but I reckon it could hit. Then we go on RoboCop versus Ferreira. This one's pretty risky. I'm not going heavy on this either, half unit, but I'm taking RoboCop and I'm going RoboCop with Dante by finish, a two-leg multi. The odds are 2.05 on Ladbrokes. So yeah, like I said, I think Dante's gonna fuck up Cody most likely. And for the Gregory Rodriguez fight, I think RoboCop's gonna get his revenge in this fight. He did get KO'd by Ferreira on their first fight in the first round, but I think he looks super motivated for this fight, and I think he's been looking really good, beating Roman Kopylov and Jack Hermanson. So Kopylov, he did sort of gas in the third round, but Bruno Ferreira is a gasser too, so I don't think that's going to be an issue here. Ferreira doesn't really push the craziest pace either. He just looks for those big KO shots. So yeah, I reckon Rodriguez can get a win here. It is pretty risky because Ferreira did chin him in their first fight. So yeah, like I said, only half a unit on that one. Dober versus Johnson. I got in early on Dober. I got him at 2.25 odds. Still not going too heavy on this one, 0.75 units. Uh, I'm taking Dober for the upset. It's now pick 'em odds. I probably wouldn't bet it now because I see this as a 50-50 fight. Johnson, he's got the better hand speed, probably better boxing for sure. But Dober, he's got some nice leg kicks. I think Dober's got the better chin, and I think Dober's got a bit more power. So I think Johnson's probably going to be winning this fight, but I could just see Dober just going for it, eating a few shots and landing his own counter shot and getting a KO in this fight. So yeah, I'm taking Dober for the upset. Got him at 2.25 odds. Then we're going Rob Font versus Rosas. So I'm not really that big of a Rosas fan. Um, I think he's a bit overrated, but Rob Font, he's a good boxer, but we've seen that his weakness is grappling in lots of fights. The Corey Sandhagen fight, especially, he just could not defend a takedown against Corey Sandhagen. Was taken down so many times, controlled, um, and he's 38 years old. Like, I don't think he's going to be improving that much in the grappling at this age. So yeah, I think Rosas, he's 21, he's going to be improving, he's much younger, and he's a good wrestler and grappler. So I like Rosas plus two takedowns to juice up the odds. That's on Ladbrokes, and you can get the odds up to 1.97. So pretty much even money, which is pretty good. Because that's how I see Rosas winning this fight. I think he'll get. I don't think he's just going to take down a sub font, maybe, but I reckon he'll get him down a couple times and get probably a submission or decision win. But I'm just taking Rosas plus two takedowns. It's 1.97, so 0.75 units on that one. Then we're going Baralho versus Derrida. And Derrida's a big dog in this matchup because he looked like shit in his last fight. He completely gassed after one round, but he had some health issues. He says that he's cleared them up. So we'll just have to wait and see. But he looked great against Whitaker, looked great against Bo Nickel. He was on a really good run. And he's massive for the division, 6'4", 78-inch reach. Baralho, 6'1". It's going to be at a size disadvantage. So yeah, I'm taking RDR plus 3.5 handicap. It's $2 odds on Bet365. So what this means is, if it goes to decision, I just need RDR to win one round. I think he's live to win at least one round. If RDR wins, then it cashes too. But he might not be able to get Browler down, but I was still impressed that he was able to bully Whitaker in the clinch, and the same with Bo Nickel, because he wasn't able to get those fighters down easily, and he was still able to win rounds with his clinch work using his size and his knees. And Baralho, um, I think if you take out the grappling, like Baralho's a good black belt, so I don't think RDR is going to easily going to be able to get him down or submit him. Then in the striking, like Baralho, his style is sort of similar to Robert Whitaker, like a karate style. But I think RDR could still win around just bullying him in the clinch, pushing him up against the cage, landing knees, like he did against Whitaker and Bo Nickel. But most likely, I think Baralho is going to win a decision. But I just don't like the line on Baralho. I think it's a little bit too wide. Because I think Derrida is a bit more live than the odds do indicate. Main event. So main event. This is an interesting fight. It's going to be a great fight. I'm taking. I think Max could get a KO. His power's been looking better. It looks like he's taking his strength and conditioning more seriously, and been displaying more power in recent fights. KO'd Justin Gaethje and Poirier. He dropped Poirier early on in the fight, nearly finished him. So Oliveira, um, Oliveira's a beast, man, but he is very hittable to boxing combinations because he does have a Muay Thai style, which you don't really move your head much in Muay Thai because you're worried about kicks. And so yeah, I think Max Holloway is going to be able to land punches on Charles Oliveira, but I think if Oliveira gets finished, it's most likely going to be by submission. Um, Charles Oliveira, if he gets to your back, it's game over most of the time. His jiu-jitsu is elite, and I think if Oliveira can get Max Holloway down, even if it's like a club and sub, I could see Oliveira getting a submission. So for this, I'm taking Max by KO or Charles by submission is 1.85 odds, and it's on Ladbrokes, that one. So yeah, the fight no distance is probably safer, but the odds are like super chalky. So I'm going with this one. Um, it's a bit more risky, but I think if there's a finish, it's most likely Max KO or Charles by sub. So I'm risking it for the better odds. So yeah, they're all my bets. I don't think I missed anything. I'm going to chuck them all up on the screen and let me know what you guys think.